And we'll go to Grub. There we go, Grub is here on the right. So I'm hoping that chat will help me make some of the decisions here. It's chapter 0, prologue of Grub. Okay. It's not a big deal. I can do this. Right, so if I turn left here and follow the street, then up those stairs. The street was dark and derelict. The shop signs were scribbles with characters Grub couldn't read, pinned against thin windows. The path was bumpy, with the occasional loose stone that would interrupt Grub's nervous step. Grub turned around. An old truck blazed its horn and rattles towards him. After glaring dumbfoundedly at the dazzling truck lights, Grub moved aside. The truck passed, with the driver offering a gesture Grub guessed was rude. Then the street became quiet again. Why are they driving on alleyways here? They're really not civilized. Damn it! Why did my parents take me here? Grub reluctantly followed the map hovering above his gear. Cotton Spun just redeemed a "You can do this, Grub!" Jayo, Grub, you can do it. Good luck. Good luck. So that map graphic is a graphic that I do want to update later on in the game as we continue to get more supports. But if you manage to look at it, it does tell you where we need to go right now. So hopefully, chat, you managed to see the map, but if you didn't, sometimes making mistakes is more exciting. That's my hint. The map blinked a couple of times before fading away. Low battery. Damn it! The weather must have jammed the automatic charger. I should get going, so I need to first turn left or turn right. So I'm going to let chat help me here to decide where we should go, whether we should go left or if we should go right. Okay, so Emily says, left. And Cotton Spun says that they are thinking, I missed the map, left, question mark. It's interesting how your instincts say to go left. Emily says, I looked at the map, it triggered my gamer mind to remember it, and then I immediately forgot it. I like it. I like this reaction very much. Emperor says, it's a trap on both sides. I'm 100% sure of it. Well, both, if you go on these options, they change the story, like, of the prologue. It's contained within this prologue, so the chapter 1 isn't affected very much at all by your decisions in the prologue, but the story in the prologue does change considerably between left or right. But 2 people have gone for left. Poor Nia is getting tired. It is very late for you, Nia, so that's very understandable. If you need to sleep, please go and sleep, okay? But we're gonna go and turn left. I have no idea how to tell if I'm going in the right direction. This really sucks. Now I should probably follow the streets or turn right. Very well. Okay, this does seem to look a little bit better. I'm not in an alleyway anymore. I should go up those stairs, right? Right? So you can go up to the stairs or turn right. That's right, we've got 2 people for the stairs, so we'll go to the stairs. Like that epic Photoshop there. Yeah, the hotel is just there. Perfect. Of course I could do this. I should never have doubted myself. I definitely wasn't nervous at all. Damn, the suitcases ran out of charge too. Stupid foreign weather. That guy looks like he could do with the job. Maybe he'll carry the suitcase for me if I pay him. So now the chat, you have 3 options. You can offer the guy a job, ask the guy for help, or carry the suitcase alone. Right, we got carry your own case, I think Emily agrees, Nia agrees, so we're going to carry the suitcase alone and see what happens. He might not even speak common. I should just carry the suitcase alone. Grub flexed his wrists and gave himself a quick mental prep before grabbing the suitcase handle. It was much lighter than he expected. There was a bemused huff beside him. Grub turned around to see the stranger helping him. It's okay. Don't worry. It's too heavy for you to do it alone, kid. Let's carry it together. What's your name? Oh, crap. Should I give him my name? What if he's an undercover officer or something? So you can give the stranger the real name or a false name. Okay, we'll give the stranger the real name. My name is Grub. So even he forgot the rules because he's used to be called Maximus, which is his middle name, which is in a way you'd think it'd be quite embarrassing, but he's very proud of his name. He doesn't realize that other people might take the mick out of it. He's going to realize that when he's at school, unfortunately. But he already forgot the conventions because not many people talk to him where he is. Grub. Grub? Yeah, it's my family name. Everyone calls me Grub. Dragoness Nia says, let's go with a real name. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Exactly, Grub. Be more social. Listen to Nia. I've never heard of that one. The stranger put down the suitcase and glanced carefully at Grub's suit. Is your name from the Federation? Grub cautiously nodded. I see. I don't know many folks from the Fed. Only Faru. But you seem alright, kid. My name's Howell. It's from a Tarian dialect in the south. This is where we say Hao Zong. The stranger gestures at Grub's hotel. You're from the Federation. The stranger shrugged and offered a brief wave before leaving Grub alone on the street. Well, he seemed alright. Grub took a deep breath and entered the hotel. So that triggered some very interesting variables. It triggered 2 variables, which I will tell you. We're so early in the game, it's not really a spoiler. So it gives him, you just gave him +1 social for his social skills, and you've also given him +1 Tarian, because he's realized that, hey, Taru people are very kind and generous. He's now going to be better connected and better able to learn the Tarian language. So that will give him a bonus in the languages and laws, which therefore gives him a bonus in law magic. So your decisions have triggered some very positive variables there, if any of that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but let's pretend it does, and continue to read. I guess it was fine that they left me. I found the hotel without them. But I'm exhausted. I must be so weak. I will never understand why my parents sent me so far away. I've never disobeyed them. Why do I have to study here, in this foreign, stupidly hot country? The local language seems impossible to master. I feel like crying, but I can't be weak anymore. I feel sick about the thought of tomorrow. I hate boats. I hate other people. Or at least, people seem to hate me. At least, I can read this letter. Grub held on to his friend's letter, and after a short breath, he carefully opened it. I hope she isn't angry. I didn't say goodbye. My parents forced me to be in such a rush. And they've deleted her contacts on my gear, so I can't message her. Grub held up the letter with both hands and began to cry. Dear Grub, I heard you were leaving, and honestly, I felt relieved. Since the day we found out we were Magi, everything became different. With you being a Magi as well as me, and with our families, that makes us rivals. You know how it's going to be. So I can't talk to you anymore. Knowing as much as I know about you, you've probably already thrown this letter away. I know you tried desperately to pretend to care about me and my sister, but I know you only really care about yourself. You don't have any friends because you're judgmental and mean to everyone. So now you're far away and not always trying to hang out. I can finally breathe and study in peace. Never talk to me again. Our friendship is over. Yours mercilessly, Elaine. I can't. No. Please, no. Elaine. Why? Why did you do that? Eventually, Grub fell asleep. He woke up to the sound of his alarm from his gear and forgot where he was for a moment. A brief sense of hope dwindled quickly into a deep despair. With a huff and sigh, Grub packed his things and headed to the cafe where he would meet students attending Taru International Academy. And that is the end of the prologue. There's also a chapter 1 if we want to take a look at that today. I will let the chat decide. But yeah, that was brutal, huh? That was the first chapter, the first prologue of Grub, and he does go through a lot, doesn't he? He does go through a lot. Poor guy, poor guy. So Wyvern says, this is brutal. Cut and Spun says, old school breakup by text. Pretty much. And Cut and Spun says, yes, chapter 1. Yes, indeed. So between that, I will have to get myself another drink. I'm gonna get some nice cold drink, I think. And Wyvern says, yours mercilessly. I have to admit, I did really enjoy writing that letter. Grub's heart is going to be broken so many times. He is going to go through so much, but he's going to grow a lot too. As a player, you can choose. How do you want Grub to socialize, to grow, to help others, to be kind, and to learn about peace and love and joy? Or do you wish him to basically make no friends and go home at the end, because at the end of the school year he's going to go home, meet with his family and be like, hey, what was that? You can do these kind of things, and it's up to the player what kind of direction they want Grub to go in, just as it is with all of the other characters too.